So I'm sure most of you are going to start this video and be like, oh, this is so boring. This is a costume for a kid, so if you're not into that, then you may want to try something else. This was a t-shirt that I bought from Walmart. It was a men's medium, and it was Nick's, but I cut it up anyway, so don't tell him that. This is soap that I use to trace on the outside because it rubs right off. And then the cutting wise, I measured from her wrist to around her chest, and then the back of her neck to around her tailbone, or like her hip kind of wise. To make sure I had enough space, I did add a little bit more, like an inch or so on the end. This is that cardstock paper stuff that I buy, and I cut it into that ovular shape, covered it with the same t-shirt fabric with spray adhesive. You can use a glue gun. I actually ended up glue gunning it to the t-shirt because the spray adhesive wasn't sticking as sturdily as I wanted it to. The vinyl I bought from Amazon, it came in a pretty big roll. It was well worth it compared to like Michael's prices, but that's if you're buying or doing bulk projects. Like if you're using it a lot, it's well worth it because you have to go across the line and pick it up or order it in and pay for shipping. But like I said, it's a pretty big roll, so you can get your well use out of it. The shape wise, I looked at a picture and kind of cut out what I thought it would look like, just make it symmetrical. All butterflies are different, so it doesn't really matter because they're beautiful in their own way. So I did all blue, and then I looked at it and I'm like, oh, it's so blue. So I decided to change it up. Wow! And then put it in red. So it looked way better this way that I put in the red. It gave it more color and more depth, and yeah, like I said, looks way better. So when you go iron these guys on, they do have a plastic side and they have a matte side. So you stick the matte side down, make sure you put like a drop cloth or something over top of it, just so the plastic doesn't stick to your iron, and then you just peel that plastic right off. Be careful when you put it on though, because a couple of the times I put the plastic side down and the matte side up, and then I ironed it, and I was so lucky to pull out my drop cloth and find out that I had ironed it to the drop cloth. I actually did this twice, but that's because I'm totally that type of person that doesn't wait for paint to dry before I paint over it. As you can see the heart there, but yeah, just be careful because you're going to waste your vinyl, and it is kind of expensive. I had some leftover sewing fabric, elastic, and I sewed those two onto the wrists. I probably did it about, I don't know, let's say 3 inches from the end, so she could slip her wrists into them, and then these elastics were actually to go over the shoulders, and I just kind of glued them on and put a little piece of fabric over top just to clean it up, and some buttons on the two ends just to clean it up, make it look a little nicer. So I was ready to make the mask. I cut out, I would say, if I could describe it as anything, it would be like a raccoon kind of eye shape, a little bit of a nose divot, but that kind of like that round, or maybe a jelly bean. Yeah, kind of, I think that's a better description. Okay, it looks like a jelly bean, so cut out that. For the eye holes, I did do a little bit bigger than you'd think you would do, just because she is 4 years old, and I was really afraid she'd wear it, run around, run into a tree or something, then all of a sudden I'm the worst aunt ever. So I did put the eyes a little bit bigger, spray adhesived it, and then put felt on the inside so it was soft on the face portion, and then a shiny metallic-y kind of fabric that I had on the outside. It was all scraps that I just randomly pulled out, so I was lucky I had that and it kind of matched. Next up, I did trim it with a black ribbon and then put elastics on the side so she could pull it over her head with a little piece of felt covering the elastics. And that was that for the mask. Very simple. So, my niece calls me, and she's 4 years old, and she says, Auntie, will you please make me an Avengers costume? I'm thinking, sweet, okay, so she's gonna want like a little mini Thor, or like a Black Widow kind of thing, but no. She says, no, Auntie, I want Butterfly Girl.
Okay, sure. So I made her a butterfly girl, the new Avenger. The mask was made out of that foam cardboard cardstock. I sprayed adhesive and then used some spare fabric that I have. It was a sparkly red. I got it from the fabric store, and then felt on the inside. The elastic was leftover elastic from a lot of the other projects I've been doing, and then just glue gunned it on with the felt there. Cut out the holes in the eyes. I didn't use a pattern, I just kind of guessed. I haven't even tried it on her yet, so I guess we'll see if it fits her. And then I kind of bent it a little bit to give it that nose bridge, and then ribbon around the outside. For the wings themselves, this is a t-shirt from Walmart. So it was like, I don't know, $6 or something like that. I cut it to a butterfly shape. I looked online just to look at what butterfly shapes look like, and this is what it came out like. This right here is an iron-on vinyl. I ordered this from Amazon. I know it sucks to order things in, especially when you want to do them like day of, when you see the video or whatever the case may be. But Michaels does sell iron-on vinyl. Maybe not these colors, but this is a red. It kind of looks pink, but red, blue, and purple. But like I said, Michaels sells it, so you can always make do with what they have. And that's what that is, and it's very easy to apply, and watch yourself you don't burn like I did. And then this right here is a hard piece of that styrofoam, and I sprayed adhesive and glue gunned it onto the middle. On the inside, I attached a couple wrist holders, so this will go on her wrist, and then this will be the arm length of her, so she can kind of flap her wings and whatnot and fly. These will go around her shoulders, and then once again just kind of glue gunned it on. All the materials that I used that I had at home. Once again, trying to stay as thrifty as possible. It didn't take me that long to make, and I think it turned out super cute. I'm really looking forward to trying it on her. And I'll post a picture too as well of what it looks like, and we'll hopefully hope that it fits. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this, and watch again. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye-bye.